Hey guys, welcome back. We are starting off today with the Proxxon scroll saw. Another fantastic product by Proxxon. And we're going to work on something here, but I'm going to come in here and I'm going to use the stop here and I'm going to cut off about an inch off of this scrap piece of material. I moved my camera so I could get these shots. I'm not 100% sure if I'm going to keep it this way. This is more of a testing video to see how it turns out. So here we go. Hopefully it's not an extremely loud sound. Let's make sure our stop is good. And here we go. Cut right through it. Alright, I'm going to take you back to the table. Alright, here we are back at the Proxxon lathe. My dad stopped by on Saturday, a couple days ago, and helped me out getting it all squared up so we don't have any play in the tool holder compound. Took the play out of the tailstock, messed around with the belt speed, so now it spins slower. So this is the slowest RPM. So what we want to do is, this is the piece we made in the last video. We capped this off here on this side, and I want to see if I can turn a cap or a groove that this will fit into. So I'm not 100% sure if I'm going to even be able to do that with the tooling I have, but you know, we're going to make a video out of trying, right? Because that's what we do, we try things. So I'm going to stick that in there like so. Again, this is also, is this tool holder in the right place? Of course the phone's going to ring. That's the way it goes. Alright, so we're going to come in here and we're going to put our facing tool in. Hopefully this works out with enough clearance here. Got my safety goggles on. Alright. Again, I can't see. Let's bring you guys in closer. So let's do it. Let's do it this way. Let's touch it. So it's touched it. We'll back it off here. And we'll zero out the thing, and we'll go in 0.5 of a millimeter. And we'll see if that cleans it up. Get real nice and smooth here. Yeah, that play is nice not being in there. Alright. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit the edge of this with a sanding stick, just so it's smooth. Alright, let's see how that did. Looks good. Let's try to expand the hole in this tool holder here. Alright, we gotta turn the tool holder, so we're gonna do that. Get out the appropriate Allen wrench here. Nope. It's 4 millimeter, guys, if you need to know what that is. Alright. And I moved the whole thing. Alright. Now I gotta redo this now. Alright, well, this is how you adjust the compound. So, clear the chips away. Drop my stuff on the floor. Alright. Looks like it's about where it needs to be. sure that's tight. Now, let's get this in this position. We'll put a square on it. I'll lose the Allen wrench again because that's how I roll. Alright, so let's get our little boring bar out here. Yeah, I didn't think so. Is this bigger than the diameter? No, it's not. So I should be able to sneak this bad boy in there. Let's see if it's in the right position here. Alright, let's bring her on in with the tailstock. Okay, now if we take the whole tailstock off, now if we look here, we are a smidge low, so I need to put a spacer in there. And we're going to use the same spacer we used last time. I'm going to reach over the camera here. I'm going to grab a piece of this and see if it's high enough before I cut it up. Put the bar in the correct direction. That looks about right. Let's get a piece of this off here. We'll see if this is good. I might need 2 of these, and I'm going to make better spacers coming up here very shortly. Okay. That tool is not gonna go in there. Still too low. Let's mess with it a little bit more. I actually have some shims from Proxon. We're just gonna break those at this point. There. So we got some shims here from Proxon. Came with one of the lathes, I believe. Alright. Let's see what we got here. This is a 0.67 millimeter shim. I don't know if that's going to be too much, but it's a starting point. Let's get this tightened down. Alright, let's give that a whirl here and see what happens. Shouldn't always just see what happens, but let's see here if I can bring in a bit more. I think I'm going to, yeah, the tool's too large. Fit in there. Alright, so that's going to be too large to fit in there. Okie dokie. Alright. So, I will make a video making a boring bar that fits in there, or I'll raid a toolbox and find one. But, yeah, another incomplete video here, but we're gonna get there. We're just, you know, I like to do things first time for you guys, you know, so you can see the struggles and all that stuff. I do have another way of doing it, but I don't feel comfortable sharing that. So join the Discord, link in the description, and I'll talk to you about other ways of doing it. But it is possible with the tooling I have, but not currently in the situation that I am in right now. I need a teeny tiny boring bar, and I know I have one at another location that I need to acquire. So let's end this video off. Let's pick up my shims here and put them in the lathe box. I'm going to put this tool away here. Zoom that out. I don't know if this is a good camera position or not. I'm not sure. Put these tools away here. Getting a tool hole. I'm going to make a tool holder, get a tool holder or something to organize all this stuff. But let's talk about something else. Let's slide this out of the way. Get our rocks on there. So my wife goes to the dollar store and she gets me these different wood bits here. I showed off the Jenga blocks, so you can use these for all kinds of things. Stops, fixtures. This right here is, she got me yesterday, and I haven't even looked at them yet, but they looked interesting. They look like thin pieces of plywood here. But these things are great for making templates, fixtures. Just getting into them is difficult. Look at this. Look at this. I'm a grown adult and I can't even get into a bag that doesn't even have child safety on it. Wow. Defeated by a bag yet again. Alright, here we go. So here's what they look like. You get 6 of them. Not bad. Rough finish. But they are 3 millimeters, 3.1 millimeters. So cut these on the Proxxon table saw, jigsaw. You know, I might even make a sled, a cross-cut sled for the table saw with these, because they're thin enough to where the blade height can cut through it, and I can, you know, put the feet on it, or the rails on it, and have it slide along the rails. She brought those home. I was like, wow, that's pretty cool. So these, and then we have these ones that are like for plaques or whatever. These have a smoother finish. 2.35 millimeters. They look like they're ply. Then again, they look like they could be just compressed chip, maybe. Yeah, yeah, they're ply in there. I don't know if you can see that, but yeah. So, Dollar Tree, just crazy stuff. We'll start showing this stuff because I get a lot of uses out of it. I got the balloon kits, these right here, for tubing and piping. So these are great. You do all kinds of stuff with these, and actually made one of the proton torpedo tube housings for this project out of one of those. So we got the little proton torpedoes in there, and then we got the casing. This will clip under the wing. There'll be 6 of them in total. So used bits and pieces from that stuff. Yeah, it's nice. It's cheap, and you can just cut it up, hack it up, use it for whatever you see fit, and all that good stuff. So at least we ended with a tip of getting some stuff from the Dollar Tree, apparently, because probably need to plan these out more, but I'm not a planner. You guys know that. I don't really plan. I have a project and I go at the project. So scroll saw turned out. You know, we cut that round stock on there. We can do all kinds of stuff. I have this. I did a test run with it, and I'll show you. This is pretty interesting. So with that scroll saw, I was able to, you know, I taped these on a piece of Dollar Tree wood, and I first time using the scroll saw, loaded it up, cut out these little penguin patterns. Yeah, that was interesting. And then this is one of those Jenga blocks. I carved it into a teardrop shape, and then I attempted to split it down the middle, and the finish is beautiful from the saw. You know, here's the finish. You know, it's a little bit of rough stuff, just sand it up. But yeah, I wanted to see. I knew I could split it whole. I wanted to see if I could split it after I shaped it into something, and it just cruised right through that scroll saw. It was pretty fascinating. So my wife's hair on this again. Wow. But yeah, little penguins. Just to test it out. So Proxxon scroll saw. Link to Proxxon's website in the description below. Go check them out. It's German Tools, U.S. sales distributor. Fantastic people. Tell them Jason sent you. That's going to do it for this one, guys. I swear I'm going to have full content coming up. It's been a week, and I just need to get tooling settled out. I got to get some stuff worked out. So, some smaller boring bars. I got them somewhere. So, I will catch you all another time. Like, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff. Didn't really matter to me, but you know, it helps. Thanks, guys, and have a fantastic day.